One. Hey everybody, this is Michael Anthony Johnson with the CFN-TV show, and guess who I caught here in Dallas who's been here for a while, also out in LA, Miss Kisha Simmone. Come on everybody! Yes! How you doing?
I'm great, Mr. Johnson. How are you?
I'm doing really good. You know, it's wonderful to see how God can use someone in so many capacities. Why don't you give everybody an idea of what God has done with your life and what you're aspiring to see Him do? I mean, you got great vision, great passion. But when you hear her talk, and if you've been somewhere, and I know I'm going to get you to answer this question, but when you hear her talk, and you hear the passion that she has, and the visionary she is, things begin to explode on this scene. So let everybody know.
Thank you so much. Well, first of all, I want to give God the honor, where honor is due. God created this girl that didn't have a typical lifestyle, so no matter who you are or what you've been through, you are determined to do it. Do it.
See?
Don't let nothing hold you back. I went to 7 high schools, moved a lot. You know, my grandmother is the pastor, but my parents weren't the best, but they were my parents.
Right.
So you can't pick and choose who have you. You pick and choose your life and your direction. So when I got into this industry, it grounded me, but it didn't let me forget my roots. I had new branches, but I didn't forget my roots. So with God being the head of my life in all aspects, even being in R&B, you know, everybody got that ground.
That's right. Of course.
It just took me right back to home. Took me right back to home and just give me everything that I had the opportunity to do.
Let's put it in neutral on that as far as in R&B, because a lot of people, they have a problem, especially Christian people. Talk about it. Talk about it. There shouldn't be a problem if Jesus
nothing.
Okay, let you talk about it. I can preach for a minute now. I can preach for a minute. You heard me.
All right.
Yeah. They got Nicki Minaj and Tasha.
Yeah, Tasha
Cobb.
Yes.
Why? Are you serious? What's wrong with you? Okay,
Exactly. Because the one thing about it is, your heart is your heart.
Yeah.
No matter what you're doing at the current moment, because everybody that's in the church had a story before they got there. And Kisha Simmone will say, I'll speak for Kisha Simmone. There's not knocking any pastors, preachers. Don't need nobody calling Michael Johnson saying nothing. Amen. But we all started somewhere, but we have to find our path and where it's going to continue to lead us.
That's right.
So with me, it started, even though I was modeling for Mac and acting, I always had that passion in the back of me because that's why I was raised. At the first group at 3 years old, we sung the same song every Sunday. I love you, Yumiki and Lysandra. But that was my thing.
We all can relate.
That part. So it was just something that you grow because you know what's in your heart. I don't care who you are, what you do. You know what's in your heart. So whatever's in your heart, until you find what that is in your heart to do it, which you and I know. But everybody may not know. That's what's going to make you happy and satisfy that taste. That's right. So that's where Kisha's mom couldn't stop.
You said something also, and we'll come back a little bit because I want to deal with more. And maybe it's not this segment, but another segment that we'll do because we're going to take out to our studios that we're doing in Uptown as well. But I want to talk to you about your modeling and as far as with Mac. How did that happen? How did I pull that together?
Actually, that was by accident.
Really?
Mac was something that I started doing movies, and I was on the set of Ali. Ali was the first movie I did. I was an extra, and then became a featured extra, which is a difference if you're in the entertainment industry. And while I was on set, you realize in movies you don't work every day. It's whenever that movie's over, then you got to get the next one. Well, in between that time, I was doing pictures and doing something in downtown LA, and there was a recruiter there, and he was like, "Well, have you ever modeled before?" And I was like, "No, I'm this country girl from Texas." You know what I mean? And he was like, "Well, come down here," not knowing it was Mac.
Wow, didn't know who it was.
Didn't know who it was.
Just
that's why you never judge people for what they look like, because that could be your blessing, and that was my start of.
You know what? I gotta share this because I think you're gonna help somebody.
Yes.
I lived downtown Dallas in that area around Lamar. You know with Bashan, what's his name? I want to say his name wrong. Bosham John was killed. And I don't live too far from there, probably 1 minute. And at the convenience store, I'm not gonna name who they are unless you pay me some money. At the convenience store, right next to that, there was somebody outside begging for money. And I reluctantly reached in my pocket and handed some coin. And God got me for that. He said, "I'm getting you because of your attitude about it." He said, because that could be an angel unawares. God told you they would be there.
You gotta be a chill forgiver.
Yeah, that's right.
Chill forgiver.
But guess what else he said? It could be a millionaire that's walking down there.
Just to test you.
It could be a millionaire down there. Saying, I'm trying to find somebody who would be nice enough to give. Remember how the king that was he forgave the person that owed millions of dollars. And the homeboy went out there and went down there and said, "You give him my money," to choke the man out. And then a king found out, okay, now you get it.
Now you get it, exactly.
You pay me my money.
Exactly.
We gotta be careful. We might entertain angels.
You never know.
We might entertain somebody that can take you from one level to another, just like
in a heartbeat. In a heartbeat. Exactly.
I will always remember that. And it's in the presence of God. I said, okay, I saw your attitude. He said, you did the right thing. No worries. He said, you did the same thing. She's not seeing a cockroach. It was just, it's one of our technical people.
Exactly. So y'all forgive me looking down. We just make sure ain't no technicalities. But yes, sir. That is so true.
You never know.
That's so true.
You never know. It could be the person that says, I'm just going to walk down here until I find somebody
exactly.
I can give them inheritance to.
Because think about the man that was on the side of the street not too long ago. This was in, I think, LA or New York. And he was assumed as a beggar.
Yeah.
And the guy that turned him down walked to his car and the guy went into a Ferrari. And he just bust out laughing. He was like, you think I'm begging from you? You know, your car could fit inside of mine.
Exactly.
And it was such a humbling lesson for so many people that get so big and so mighty, which I have a lot of colleagues that I have to bring back to reality because we all get hungry someday. And if you ever get too big, please humble yourself. I don't know who this is for, but humble yourself.
This is for somebody.
Because God makes no mistakes in nothing that He plans or ordains.
No mistakes. And but I love the fact that God said, I got you. I saw that.
Ooh, yes.
He said,
He was snatching back.
I saw the attitude.
Back.
I didn't even say anything.
Exactly.
Kisha, I didn't even say nothing. I didn't even say nothing. But he got me. He got me.
And I can piggyback on that because I've been that person. When I first got really big into the acting field, because like I said, my first movie was Ali. Being on the set with Jamie, which I'm from Turtle too, so he was Eric Bishop as I know him.
Wow.
But Jamie Foxx. Meeting Will, meeting Jada, meeting the children when they were babies.
Right.
You know what I mean? So I got, you know, I'm just calling a spade a spade.
Yeah.
And then when you get to that point to where you're so high, you start looking down at people. That's when God had to reel it on back. God said, okay, Kisha Simmone, just like I created them, I created you, sweetheart. And what goes up can't come down. So my forcefulness into succeeding is also when you go up, who are you bringing up with you?
Exactly.
Because a lot of people fail to do that.
That's right.
You know what I mean? Somebody helped me.
Come on.
So now I had to start back at the beginning and say, okay, well, you know what? Let me do these classes. Let me do these workshops. Now, I'm not going to give it to you for free.
Right.
Because everybody got to eat.
Yeah, that's right.
So you got to do your part. And when I say free, I don't mean money.
Right.
You know, a lot of people think, oh, she want me to pay. No, you got to do your part. Be on time. Really come to work.
Right.
And really, really show that you're interested.
And teachable.
Because you got yours, Mr. Johnson. Your name speaks for itself. We humbled ourselves and got ours. We've been doing this for years. But when you're starting, you got to show that you're interested and you got to use these more than this.
Yeah. Wow.
Very important.
And one thing I learned, I throw that in there, be teachable, because you don't know everything. Sometimes people can teach you something, they're trying to share with you what's going to take you up, and you're like, I don't need that. That's the thing that you probably need, because that was me. I was saying, I don't need that, and that's the very thing that after a while, maybe a couple of years, I said, well, go back and listen to that. And then that shot up. You never know what God is going to use or who God's going to use.
That is true.
And that, just like that man that's sitting at that store, God used him as a great example. I don't know who he was, but God said,
never know.
I sent him so I can deal with that in you.
That is true.
Sometimes God sends people to us.
That's true.
To deal with the character in us that's killing our dreams. That's causing us to be frustrated. That's causing us to stay stagnant. God's trying to raise us up. And He's bringing people in our path to get us up. Remember that song? WCC1 saying, Lord, lift us up where we belong. Where the eagles fly on the mountain high. Lord, lift us up where we belong. Where the world we know, where the clear we know. You know what I mean?
Let me tell you, I lost the words on that. I'm about to let you go and know my heart what you know.
Above the world we know. You know,
I know the melody.
So you're not going to see me at this point on, but there's going to be we're going to go dissolve right into another conversation. Okay, 3, 2.
LJ, chill out. Be still.
Oh, mama has spoken.
Okay, we're going to be cutting in a minute.
And so, but it's beautiful. It is so beautiful how God deals with us, and that shows He loves us.
Oh yes, unconditionally. Because I always have to remind myself, God loves me right where I am. In my right or my wrong. And people will fail you every time.
Every time.
You know, because I've been in this business 21 years, and I've always thought I should be the maid by now. I should be this. I'm looking at this person's lane and that person's lane. stay in your lane, stay true to yourself, and what's for you is for you.
I sent the scripture on we were talking on the phone.
Yes. Oh, yes. And that other one you sent me.
Yeah. I'm telling Nahum.
Yes, Nahum. Read it.
The first chapter, 9th verse. I think it's the 9th verse.
Yes, come on.
Because God can do it in one blow.
What?
Don't think that you got it all that God can't go.
Yes.
Knock it out.
Knock it out the park.
He can do it. But
Jeremiah.
That's so amazing. I've got to tell somebody this. I don't know who it's for. It's Jeremiah 29:11. He said, I know, this is God telling you, I know the thoughts I think towards you.
Yes.
Thoughts of peace and not of evil.
Not of evil.
He said, because I'm trying to give you an expected end, what I expect for your end to be.
That's real.
Sometimes you don't listen.
Yeah.
And he still has it out there for us.
Yeah, and then he also gives us another scripture, and I don't know the Bible like I should. Being a PK, I should. So y'all don't tell my grandmother. But he's like, I told you to go left, and you went right, but I knew you was going to go right. I knew you was going to do it.
Right.
So I had another plan in the making because I knew which direction you were going when you did it. So in other words, God knows exactly what you're going to do when you do it.
Yeah.
He's just sitting there waiting.
And he has that plan. He got a backup plan, and a backup plan, and a backup plan, just like he did with Adam and Eve, didn't he?
Let's give him the pose God doing. Let's give him that pose. This is how God looked at you. And that's real. And that's real.
That's
because God is so patient with us. God is so generous and so good to us to where it's just mind-blowing when he gets us where we want to be.
Right.
I met this gentleman 2 weeks ago. And you think we've been knowing each other for life.
It feels that way.
Because it's spirits that connect effortlessly.
That's right.
Have you ever been with somebody that you or been around someone that you just feel like you just been knowing?
It's that kinship.
Yes.
It's like a spiritual kinship. God said,
yes.
It's a bond.
Yes.
It's a beautiful thing, and I love when God connects people like that.
I do too. Because it's natural.
It's natural.
Yes.
And you don't have to work on it.
No.
You don't have to make it work. You don't have to bend over backwards. It just happens.
Would you like me to? Yes or no? You know, it's none of that. And I've run into so many.
That just took me way back. I was 13.
Elementary.
Yeah, remember the paper?
Yes, so the boxes.
Just
check yes or no.
This is kinship, right?
Yes,
and
that is effortlessly, and it's real.
Very
real.
Tell me a little bit more as far as your music too, how God intertwined that into you. Because she got the voice, you heard I edited some of it out because we forgot. Sorry, maybe 65 forgot your
I
word.
know, right?
It's been a minute.
One thing, music has always been in my spirit because again, my first group was at 3 years old, and it was something that I was taught at an early age because my grandmother sung. I have another gospel group in my family, the Osborne Singers, but I'm the only artist in my family that's R&B.
Right.
So as we were speaking earlier, R&B was something that wasn't, played a lot in our family. It wasn't something that was broadcast. But Kisha Simmone, as Miss Shar did, we love R&B. You know what I mean? And that's not saying, we're turning our back on God. Never. No. And a lot of people conceive that, though. You know what I mean? But for me, music was something just to release my stress because, of course, I moved a lot. My childhood wasn't, with a platinum spoon in my mouth. But at the end of the day, I made it what I wanted it to be. I had my own fictitious stories. I created stuff when I was a child, not knowing that was called a director. I also wrote stuff down that I wanted people to say, not knowing that was a writer.
Right.
So these things I just grew up doing in my fictitious world because I made my not so perfect childhood become perfection in my mind.
Wow.
And that's how Kisha Simmone's story, if you ever read my story, if I ever release it, you'll see my background wasn't that of a person that had it all. I just drove to go get it.
We were talking about something that when we were on the phone as well that really struck a chord with me. And it had something to do with sometimes, people, they have the way they think. Well, it goes back to that scripture. They have the way they think about it. And sometimes God will take you and use you in the way He says, my thoughts are not your thoughts. Keisha, Michael, my ways are not your ways.
That's right.
And the way I want to use you might be a little bit different than normal people think. More church people like that.
Ooh, preach.
And so that's where I was coming from. We were having a conversation on those lines. And it's not the way we think sometimes. If we have a gift, a talent, or ability on the inside of us, whether it's to be an R&B, whether it's to be a producer or a director or an editor or a writer or a business owner or somebody to write screenplays or somebody to write movie scripts.
That's true.
Get into your thing. Do you, baby. I mean, God's not trying to change that. He put it on the inside of you.
Put it on the inside of you. Don't. And my thing also is never be ashamed of your craft.
That's right.
If I can't say this enough, I was so ashamed of who I was and what God created me to be. It took me till maybe 5 years ago.
Yeah.
To really just open up the market and not be worried about what this person thinks or what that person thinks. Because even now, I've been doing it 20 years and I'm just getting the recognition.
Wow.
You know, I held me back. You know, I'm not going to put that on any producer or actor, director. I held me back. And that's when it went into the children, and it goes into, you know, you want to teach them to be strong, but you got to practice what you preach.
That's right.
You got to show them straight.
You got to do it. And one of the things you guys do with me now, I'm being very, what you call the word vulnerable.
Vulnerable, yes.
Not a lot of men like to be vulnerable. Not right in front of everybody.
Right.
Vulnerable. God's doing me about the value I think about myself. Because when I get home at 3 o'clock in the morning, that's me thinking about what I think about me, and it wasn't very good. Because I went through divorces too, and I didn't like what I saw, I didn't like what I did, I didn't like how I felt, I didn't value myself.
Right.
But I expect somebody else to value me.
That's true. That's true, and that goes a long way.
And I didn't know what to do
very
with
long
that.
way,
But
yes.
somebody said that to me just over this past weekend. Uh-oh, Mama said.
No. Sit right here. Sit right here. You're doing too much. You know, in an interview, you do not walk like that. Excuse me.
No, you be Mama.
You know better than that. Under this table and all this that you're doing, you know better. You've been on sets with me before. I don't know what it is about today, but you better sit down before you see another side of me. Sit right there till we're done. You're not hungry. You're not sleepy. You're not thirsty. Sit down. You will have order and you will be respectful. Do you understand? I apologize because this is uncalled for. I'm just steaming as I'm going. I was trying to do this under the thing while you were talking, but no.
I had to, so I know. And you gotta, I didn't like when my mama looked at me like that.
She knew better. Because I got a belt in the car. That's embarrassing. A child running all over somebody's studio like that. You know better. And if you want to cry, you sit back and do it in silence.
All right. And Mama has spoken, but we want to edit this out.
Amen. And if you decide not to, you got to do that to keep some order, and you do that to the devil. When the devil's doing something that's out of order, you check him where he is. Because the one thing that I do know, the devil can't do no more than what you allow him.
Yep, that's right.
Now he gonna test you, because I've been tested this whole year. Starting off, relationship of years departed. I lost the only person that helped me with it. My son, his uncle, got killed. Then the show I invested over $5,000. That was something that crumbled in my face.
Wow.
And then my grandmother had an accident, and we almost lost her for 4 days.
Wow.
But God.
But God. It's incredible how God knows how and what the people need out there.
Yes.
He's bringing it through us.
Yes.
It's incredible. It's where He knows the value that's on the inside of us, and He sees this incredible diamond.
Yes.
And sometimes it's in the rough, sometimes it's just there. We just don't see it.
Because we see all the dirt around and we got to clean it off.
Yeah, but He sees it like
gotta go through it.
That diamond in the
that
rough.
Priceless piece.
But it's priceless.
That is so true.
It's expensive.
So true. Yes.
It's valued, and we don't see it. And we don't see it.
Yes.
Because I was looking at it, God said, Bible, do you know how I see you?
Yeah.
He said, if you saw what I see, you would not be going someplace thinking that you don't have value or not valuing yourself. And everybody thought I did. But when I went through a divorce, I'm telling you, and this is your show, but I can tell you this, maybe it's to bring something out of you.
Come on now.
I don't know, because God's trying to mention to somebody that devalues themselves. Yes. I went through a divorce and I felt I was a failure. I felt I lost everything in that divorce, and I felt that I was no good to anybody. And I didn't know I was carrying that for years. I forgave her. I didn't forgive me. Yeah. What's up with that? He said, you gotta love you, Michael.
And you know the sad thing about it is I'm at that place right now. Because as I just stated, I don't know if the audience paid attention, my breakup was December 31st going into January 1st. So 2018 started off horrible.
Wow.
I went to work at 7 that morning in tears, January 1st, trying to work some overtime. And that was one of the worst days of this year. And it crumbled in my face. So feeling like a failure to come being on every movie, every American Pie 2, Muhammad Ali, being a Southern Belle, being this, to come home with nothing and a baby.
Wow.
So feeling like failure is something that is hard. You feel like you're at the bottom of the barrel and everybody's looking at you. You feel like that magnifying glass is huge when it comes to you.
Yeah.
And even now, I shower down to where I go. So I don't want to see this person. What if there was somebody else? What if they're this? What did I do? Even though you did wrong, I'm suffering.
Right.
You good. You must you to move on.
Right.
You know what I mean? So it's just like, God is so good to where when God said you focus on me, I will take care of your enemies. Focus on me.
She just mentioned to me. Go ahead.
You know what I'm saying? And I'm telling you, I don't know who am I talking to. God is just so good because I just let him. I just let him use me. And so many people get so caught up in, well, this person say I should be doing this, or this person say I should be over this, or this person say I should be this. But no, what does God say? That's all you concerned about.
That's right.
Because when Kisha Simmone figured out they don't have a heaven to put me in, it ain't no buy one get one free. It ain't no 50% off to get to heaven. Michael, we gonna pay half to get there. You can't do that in heaven. So what you go on is what you do for Christ, because that's the only thing that will last. Woo! Come on. Come on.
I can tune up on that.
What?
Well,
what? Come on. Come on. You gotta come on.
That is so powerful, and
Yes.
people need to hear this. I can't wait to get through the post-production to put this out there because
Yes.
it's valuable. We don't have, I had an interview like this 2 weeks ago, but you don't get interviews like this.
Oh.
It's rare when people are real.
Yes.
And people are they're laying it on the line, what I'm going through and what I'm going through right now.
Yes.
And I know it's you. I know
Yes.
that God sent us here to talk to you.
Yes.
Today is your day, and He's showing you your way out.
That sure
God showed me
is.
my way out of debt.
Mm.
He said, if you just be obedient, just do the one thing. He said, then I'll give you the next one. Then I'll give you the next one.
Yes.
I had a mountain of debt, and over the last 3 months, God walked me out of all.
See, now you're talking to me.
Yeah, He just said.
Now you talking
He
to
said,
me.
just be obedient.
Yes.
So the thing I tell you to do, it might be hard, but it's not that hard. What He told me to do, I thought it was going to be real hard. It wasn't hard. He said, let this go. I said, let this go. I said, I can give you this. He said, I said, want that.
It's crazy. You see that little lighter in front of you, but he got this big fire behind his hand.
See, God, that's the way God showed me. Just like that. Somebody, they're holding on to this, but I want this.
Y'all see this?
I
can't
want
even light
this
it.
lighter. Look
How
at
you
it.
like
You got
that?
it. Push it up, then you put the thing back.
Y'all see that little
This
bitty
is a
light?
fireplace lighter.
That's what you're holding on to.
And He's got
But
that
that's
back
what
there.
God got for you.
I'm not hellfire, but Holy Ghost
Holy
fire.
Ghost fire.
Woo!
That's endless.
That's endless.
That's
right.
endless.
And it's powerful.
Yeah, and that's what goes back to my roots.
And guess what? It shatters the
Yes, it does.
shatters the enemy's
It's-
plans, shatters his thoughts that he trying to oppress you with. In the process
of it.
Wow.
Yes, I'm telling you. And this is something that wasn't rehearsed.
We did not rehearse
discuss
this.
it.
That's
We
right.
didn't know where we was going. And
This
y'all
is
see I'm in a
something
long
about-
football shirt. My son just got off the field.
Soccer with my grandson.
And making it happen. These are the best interviews.
I love it.
But then
I
the
love
good thing
I
about
love
it is this is
Sincerely.
releasing to somebody.
Mhm.
So you guys, we had to be released too. So don't think we got it all together because we helping you.
Right.
Because
right.
we still have stories.
That's right.
You know what I'm saying? My path might not be yours.
Right.
And the good thing about it is we got people to call on.
Yeah.
You
That's
do
right.
too.
That's right.
You do too. Because everybody not your friend.
That's right.
And everybody not praying good prayers for you.
Come on in.
So watch who you ask to pray for you, because I found that out the hard way.
Here's the thing too, watch who you partner with. In your business or when you're
Yes.
watch who you partner with, because when you're
Yes.
up, everybody wants to tag on. Even the people that did you wrong.
Yes.
They will blow your phone up.
Yes, you better watch your
You better
phone.
watch.
Watch your
You better watch.
Get call ID.
Hey, my dear, you better
Watch.
Watch as well as pray.
It's great. Yes. Watch.
Oh, watch and pray.
That part. That part.
Right.
Yes, sir. All
God
the
is not-
time.
This is
Oh
off the
my
cuff.
God.
This is off the
Oh
cuff.
my God. Yes,
This is
it
not
is.
rehearsed. This is all God put
Yes.
this together now. And I want everybody to know on the radio land side of things, and
Yes.
also for our TV,
Hey,
Sunshine
Radio
TV.
Land.
We got you
Kisha
covered.
Simmone, Southern Belle in the building.
In the house.
Yes. Yes.
It's incredible. Woo!
Because he's been so good to me.
Come on now.
Lord, you've been so good to me. Even with a hoarse voice. You gotta give praise right where you are. You don't gotta dress up. You don't have to have fancy words and look in a dictionary to be biblical. You can be a dirty man under the bridge, no home, no clothes, no food, and give God watch him move. We know it's done. We know it's done. Because God don't make no mistakes.
God makes no mistakes.
He don't make no mistakes.
So let's do this. Let's wrap this up from here and
Okay.
let's start up. Let's do the interview at the church out there where that studio is.
Yes.
And we'll set up part 2 with
Yes.
Kisha Simmone, everybody.
Pay attention.
See ya!
Hey.